Teodora Krikovic from Novi Sad, Serbia to get us underway here. And we are underway, and what a start for the Hoosiers. Krikovic with the ace. Indiana leads 1-0.
Yeah, Hoosiers starting off right where they want to. Krikovic's 36th ace of the season gets IU up 1-0.
Krikovic tries to go back-to-back. Not enough to get over, so the first service error of the matchup for the Hoosiers, and we're knotted up at 1.
Yeah, maybe a little cocky after that first ace for Krikovic. She's kind of got an even split between aces and errors now with 36 aces and 33 errors on the season.
The 5'6" sophomore Ryan McAleer says, "I'll see your ace and raise you one." Purdue up 2-1 now, and McAleer, known for her defense, digging the ball off the floor, able to put it over on the ace as well.
Yeah, 15th ace on the season. We'll see if we can get a good rally here on point number 4.
Hoosiers play it. Big swing in the finish. It's Jaden Jager with the kill. 335th kill of the season for Jager as she now heads behind the service line. Jager, the 6'1" freshman from Carlsbad, California, one of the 4 freshman phenom for Steve Aird here this season. Grace Heaney on the overpass. Boilers with another opportunity. And Akasha Anderson finishes that one off for her first kill of the matchup. Purdue now leads 3-2.
Akasha Anderson, the senior from Reston, Virginia, had a nice showing on senior day earlier this month.
Yeah, Cassie Anderson has been playing really well since transferring from Michigan State, has been the closer for the Boilers this season. Has been earning herself some more playing time. Anderson misses on that one. Woolard down the middle. Woolard off the tape. The Hoosiers thought they had the pancake dig, but the Boilers get the point, and Kenna Woolard has her first of the matchup.
Yeah, not how Woolard drew it up. Nonetheless, her first kill. Again, the Boilermakers are going to go to her a lot throughout this matchup. They're going to need her and then also Heaney, who's now serving, to get going.
Woolard second in the Big Ten Conference in kills with her 494th there. Woolard not able to keep that one up. Point Indiana, and it is 4-3.
A couple quick points here. I know the first 3 we had a ace service error, but both teams kind of getting some quick kills here.
Hannah Leftridge behind the line to serve now, the 5'10" freshman from DeSoto, Missouri. Sets it up, and Lindsay Miller on the slide. Finishes that one in the back right corner. Point Purdue. It's a 5-3 lead for the Boilers.
Good to see Miller back on the court. We saw a little bit of an absence due to injury, but saw her back against Iowa a couple weeks ago. Nice to have her back. She's been very efficient in her attacks this season, hitting .341.
San Diego, California native is Miller, transferred from USC. And Miller sets that one up, gets the ball back. Somehow the ball is saved by Jaeger. But Taylor Anderson there with the sneaky setter dump. Purdue extending the lead to 3.
What a save by Jaeger on the Indiana side, but they were kind of all out of combobulation. As you can see here, great save. Jaeger just gets it right back over the net, but kind of had the Hoosiers out of alignment.
The Boiler block engaged. Anderson and Miller on the combo. Purdue out to a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, the Boilermakers have just been able to kind of find the seams in the Hoosiers defense. Done a nice job getting a couple points going here.
The Windermere, Florida native Julia Kane sends it over. Anderson and Miller again, back to back on the block party, and the Boilers lead 8-3. And Steve Aird calls the timeout. A frustrated Steve Aird.
He's in the runnings for another Big Ten Coach of the Year. You saw it, 2-time Big Ten Coach of the Year, so would love it if he could get another one here if you're a Boilermakers fan.
And the Boilers got the Monon spike back from the Hoosiers earlier on in this season. But the Hoosiers said, hey, we're going to come out of this timeout and feel a little bit better about what we're doing. Avery Tatum with the kill, her first, from the 6'2" senior from Solana Beach, California. And now back behind the service line for the Hoosiers is Jessica Smith, another California native. And Ryan McAleer not able to keep that one up as a beautiful swing there from Victoria Gray gives the Hoosiers back-to-back points out of a timeout.
Yeah, beautiful swing indeed, but it was really the serve from Smith. Just hit off Kane and just went right back over. The Hoosiers had a good chance at that one.
Kenna Woolard stuffed by the Hoosier block. And the Hoosiers have run off 3 in a row after the timeout.
Exactly what you want if you're head coach Steve Aird. Calling that timeout, get your ladies right back in the works of things, kind of go back to the game plan.
Smith sends it away. The Hoosiers looking for 4 in a row. But Lindsey Miller says, not so fast, my friend, as Miller ends the run of the Hoosiers. And the Boilers lead 9-6.
Yeah, good to see Miller getting going. Again, now 2 kills for Lindsey Miller. They've gone to her a little bit now early on. Again, she had an injury earlier in the season. Good to see her back on the court.
So now the hometown kid, Rachel Williams, sends it away. Williams, a native of West Lafayette, Indiana. And that Boiler block is fully engaged. This time, Taylor Anderson and Dior Charles with the designer block.
Dior Charles with the designer block, indeed. That was set up by the serve by Williams. Hoosiers were kind of out of sorts, seeing if it was going to go in or out. They decided to play it, did not work out for them.
Hoosiers a little bit out of sorts. And this time, swing there from Kenna Woolard. The Hoosiers will benefit. It's 10-7 now.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Jaeger with 2 kills on the day now.
And 2 kills, nice swing by Jaeger there. The Boilermakers weren't even close to that one, just was able to find where the defense was not.
So now the serve, the big serve. Dior Charles off the block. Hoosiers with the ball. And there's going to be a touch at the net, so point Indiana as Jaeger on a little bit of a run, her 3rd kill of the matchup.
And Jaeger warming up a little bit out of that timeout.
And the service ace finds the floor. A beautiful swing. And it is 12-9 now after Charlotte Vincent with the service ace. Vincent goes a little bit too strong on that one. High risk, high reward. It's 13-10.
Yeah, high risk, high reward, but I mean, I can see why Vincent, the freshman from Yorktown, Indiana, was the number 25 recruit nationally in her terms of her class. The Hoosiers' 14th ranked recruiting class coming into this year, so they had a lot of freshmen that they play often because those ladies are skilled.
So now Kenna Woolard behind the service line, and a little bit of confusion on the floor for the Indiana Hoosiers as that one seemingly falls in the middle of the campfire.
Yeah, we just saw a substitution for the Hoosiers. Seems like just miscommunication on this one. We talked about it. A starting roster that includes a lot of seniors and a lot of freshmen, so we need to gel here if they want to beat the Boilermakers.
See if the Hoosiers can respond. That one's out of play on the side out. Point Purdue, it's 15-10. Speaking of siding out, right now the Boilers have a slight advantage, siding out at 54.5%. The Hoosiers are at 38.5%, so I'm sure Steve Aird would like the Hoosiers to bump those numbers up. And now Kenna Woolard helps out the Hoosier cause and ends the 3-0 run of the Boilers. The 3rd service error of the matchup. And speaking of service errors, this is something that plagued the Purdue Boilermakers on Wednesday night up in Minneapolis against the Golden Gophers. The Boilers led in every offensive category except service errors, which they had double digits, and it really affected them in the loss. Indiana, though, says, I'll see your service error and give you a service ace. Rijkovic looking good behind the service line here early on.
Yeah, good swing for the Hoosiers. But we've seen a lot of service aces and a lot of service errors, not a lot of long rallies here in set number 1.
Rijkovic now with 2 service aces, but Dior Charles, Queen of Hearts on that one, finding the floor, and Charles not only can block the ball, she can swing and hit it.
She can indeed. We talked about her defensive metrics, but she's done a nice job offensively. 846 attack percentage against Bowling Green this season was the 2nd highest program record.
Too big, too strong. Avery Tatum with the kill. Tatum now with 2 kills. She cuts the Boiler lead to 3. Jaden Jager serves the ball. And Jaden Jager says, I'll take a service ace as well, as the Hoosiers cut the lead to 2.
Even though the Hoosiers' service attack is very high risk, high reward, we've seen a lot of balls that have kind of deflected off the Boilermakers, not exactly where they've wanted to go, have led to some free balls or obviously some aces as well.
Grace Heaney on that outside. Heaney getting her first kill of the matchup. And Grace Heaney, the breakout year for Grace Heaney after sidelined last year to injury. Omaha, Nebraska native has been a bright spot for Purdue, complimenting Kenna Woolard this season. Heaney's not able to get there on that one. Point Indiana. And Indiana cuts the lead to 2. And partner, back and forth we go. The Boilers got a little bit of an advantage, but Hoosiers just aren't going away here in set number 1.
Yeah, they're not indeed. I mean, they're sticking around, found themselves down 8-3 early on. Did a nice job kind of clawing back in this one.
Hoosiers have a collection of games this season where they've come from behind. Cash Anderson helping out the Boilermaker cause, finding the floor. Her second kill of the matchup.
A nice job by Anderson. Just kind of the deflection off the block attempt for the Hoosiers kind of gets them, again, discombobulated. We've seen that a couple times here for both sides, just not serving and setting where they exactly wanted to be.
Julia Kane, the defensive specialist, looking for her first ace of the matchup. McAleer digs it. Kane gets there. McAleer gets it over. Great job by the Boilers. Set up for the Hoosiers. Long rally. Joust at the net. McAleer on the ground. Kenna Woolard. After the long rally and a couple of great defensive plays, the Boilers finish it off. It's 19-15.
We're going to see the swing here by Kenna Woolard, but it was Ryan McAleer that set it up for that one. A couple diving attempts.
Julia Kane gets the Boilermakers into the red zone. 20-15. Kane with her first service ace of the matchup. And Purdue is rolling here in set number 1 as the Hoosiers go back to the drawing board. Two-time Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. Hopefully one day a Player of the Year, but not if the Hoosiers can have a say in it. Avery Tatum with a little bit of anger on that swing.
Yeah, nice swing by Tatum here. We talked about the Boilermakers, how they couldn't kind of get their offensive attack going in terms of chances. The Hoosiers hitting 190 before that swing. They're going to have to be more efficient. They're going to want to claw back in this first set.
Jessica Smith, the California native, sends it away. Anderson keeps it over for the Boilers. Woolard again. And Kenna Woolard tools that one off the block. 21-16 Purdue.
Kill number 4 for Woolard. She's averaging 4.4 kills per set, so kind of right on pace with her season statistics.
Yeah, that 4.46 kills per set, 3rd in the Big Ten Conference this season. A breakout season for Kenna Woolard after moving back to the left side. Net violation is called against the Purdue Boilermakers. So point Indiana, and this is something over the last couple of weeks the Boilers have really struggled with, the net violations and getting too close. And a lot of these unforced errors really shoot yourself in the foot, especially when you play such a tightly contested matchup as we're seeing here this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been the service errors for the Hoosiers here today, but the Boilermakers kind of right at the net in some of the violations.
Sneaky is Taylor Anderson. Her second setter dump here of the matchup as Anderson now heads behind the service line.
And Anderson's someone for the Boilermakers that can really do it all. Coming in today, 92 kills, 1,200 assists, and 239 digs. So she's going to fill up the stat sheet. You might not see her name as much because she's not a pin hitter.
The Hoosiers tried to go sneaky and replicate Anderson's setter dump. Stuffed by the net, though, was Krikrovich. Point Purdue as they're 2 away from getting set number 1. And if some is good, more is better. Taylor Anderson with back-to-back service aces. And that brings the Boilermaker faithful here in Mackey Arena to their feet as they got the keys out. The Boilers will see set point in set number 1. Dug by Kane. And Grace Heaney finishes off Indiana in set number 1, Purdue. Ball defense, because their defense is struggling in set number 1. The Boilers hit 571, where the Hoosiers only hit 200, and off to a tough start again for the Hoosiers in set number 2. Another service ace for the Purdue Boilermakers. That's service ace number 4.
Yeah, the Hoosiers defense just has kind of been spread thin. It just seems like lack of communication. That's what happened in set number 1. That's what happened here with this service ace.
Only 1 block for Indiana in set number 1. That will need to change as they try to get something going offensively. Boilers were hitting on all cylinders in set number 1, and they seemingly are doing that here again in set number 2 as Grace Heaney taps it in right over the net.
Yeah, Heaney, usually see that southpaw swing just kind of goes a teardrop right over the Indiana defense. They were able to get a hand on it, but was not able to get the ball right back over the net.
So Kenna Woolard again behind the service line, her 3rd here early on in set number 2. And the Boilers keep it up. Woolard working her tail off, keeping the ball off the floor. Again, a great play by Indiana as Purdue wasn't able to keep it off the floor. Hoosiers with their first point of set number 2 and Jaden Jager.
Even though Indiana picked up that point, that's what we've seen out of the Purdue Boilermakers versus the Indiana Hoosiers. Boilermakers able to kind of dive all over and able to get their hands under the ball, whereas Indiana kind of just looks out of sorts at times.
Jager already with a service ace, not going to get the ace, but the Hoosiers will get the point. A great play by Jessica Smith.
Jager, another one of those freshmen for head coach Steve Aird that's done a nice job coming into this match. 300 plus kills.
Nice play there by the Hoosiers libero. Tough swing there from Smith. It doesn't get over, so point Purdue. And those are the unforced errors we were talking about, partner, that Indiana needs to try to button up a little bit.
Yeah, those unforced errors, but it really, on that one, it just looked like miscommunication between Jager and Audrey Jackson. So both players, obviously, big-time game in Mackey Arena, both wanting to go it and kind of having the moment. Just got to communicate better.
Hoosiers trying to change their fortunes here on that one. Avery Tatum. Tatum now with 4 kills on 7 swings, hitting 571. See if the Hoosiers can feed Tatum some more as she's feeling good here at Mackey Arena. Cash Anderson goes cross court, finds the floor, point Purdue. A 1-point advantage for the home Boilers.
Anderson's 3rd kill of the match, and we had to look at it right here. I mean, that was just a mean swing by Cash Anderson. We talked about it earlier, the closer. She's going to come in and clean it up.
Veteran leadership, too, for the senior. Big swing out of the back row for Jager. That one had a little bit too much sauce on it. Out of play, point Purdue. So now Grace Heaney behind the service line. Woolard keeps it up out of the back row. Anderson gets it over. Hoosiers keep it up. Tooled off the block. McAleer saves it. Woolard off high hands. Again, back and forth. These two teams go. Long rally. And Cash Anderson with the dunk. Finishing off the long rally, and that's the second one here in consecutive sets. A long rally that the Boilers have been able to come out on the better end of.
Have indeed, and great communication there by the Boilermakers between Heaney and Woolard, kind of who's going to get the dig on there. Just kind of quick communication. That's why the Boilermakers have been successful in set number 1 and early on in set number 2.
Well, and fun being the key word there. The Boilers having a lot of fun here this season. The record reflects that, but Indiana says, hey, don't forget about us over here. So Hoosiers get the point. It is 6-4 now.
You talked about the smiles on the Boilermakers' faces, though. I mean, they came into this one losing 3 of their last 4. You couldn't tell with how loose these women are playing.
Dug up out of the back row. The Hoosiers with an opportunity. Willard's been really nice in that back row here today. On the slide, Lindsay Miller. Miller's looked good here early on. 3 kills on 5 swings.
And the thing that I've loved here with the offensive attack by head coach Dave Shondell in this Purdue Boilermakers roster is they've kind of gone to some different names here. Kenna Willard obviously has got 4 kills. Cash Anderson's got 4 of her own. Lindsay Miller with 3 and Grace Heaney with 3 as well. So they've kind of got the 4-headed monster here early on.
Off the tape. Off the tape only. It's point Purdue. Now Julia Kane already with a service ace and a dig to her tally back behind the service line. On the slide, the Boilermakers able to figure it out. Hoosiers need one. Purdue is doing such a great job keeping the ball off the floor. Jessica Smith bangs it through that Boiler block and finds the floor. 8-5. Smith with her 3rd kill of the matchup. Unfortunately, that was her 9th swing. So she's hitting just at 0. And Smith not able to get it over there. The 3rd service error for Indiana.
The service errors kind of shooting themselves in the foot now for the Hoosiers. Boilermakers with one of their own, but Indiana's got to clean up the service attacks if they're going to be successful.
Well, 4 service aces and 3 service errors, they're almost canceling themselves out. Boiler block again. One more time, Dior Charles. Her 3rd block of the matchup, and the Boilers lead 10-5.
Dior climbing that top 10 ranking this season for Big Ten blocks. It's what she's known for, it's what she does. She's got some offense in her, but she's there for her defense.
Charles now with 118 blocks in the Big Ten. And Kenna Willard pulls out the hammer and dents the floor here at Mackey.
Indiana just sent it right back up. We talked about Dior's defense. Now let's take a look at Kenna Willard's offense.
This Boilermaker team is almost a death by 1,000 cuts because, like you said, there's so much talent on the floor. It's not just one player. Again, the Boiler block. Off the candy cane, you can't do that. Point Purdue.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
4 of the last 5. So they've done a nice job to kind of right the ship here today.
So out of the timeout, the Hoosiers go to Victoria Gray, and she delivers the freshman from Temperance, Michigan.
And again, going to other attackers for the Hoosiers is how they've been successful. I mean, they've got 3 ladies with 300+ kills here, so they're going to kind of have to steer away from that game plan and kind of have a unique attack.
Sneaky Taylor Anderson again on the setter dump.
Kill number 3 for Taylor Anderson. You don't usually see that out of a setter, but it's just the finesse that she has. Again, she's able to fill up the stat sheet in so many ways. You might not necessarily hear her name all the time, but the Purdue offense really does run through her in terms of whether she can serve it, whether she can kill it, or even setting up her teammates. 1,200+ assists this season.
Anderson has been spectacular for the Purdue Boilermakers and run their offense. You see it right there. Kenna Willard on that outside. Willard with her 7th kill of the matchup, and the Purdue Boilermakers for the 2nd consecutive set. They reach the red zone first. They lead 20-14.
Indiana gonna have to play dang near flawless in this one if they're gonna want to squeak out a set 2 victory.
Julia Kane almost got the service ace. Boilers get an opportunity. Back to Willard. Willard stuffed by the Hoosier block. Back to Willard again. And Willard with the teardrop. Oh my goodness. What a swing. That back left corner just getting enough.
Yeah, just getting enough there. I mean, we saw Indiana kind of have some presence at the net blocking her first swing on that one, but she really couldn't have placed it any better than that back left side of the court.
Well, and you see the smiles on the floor from the Purdue Boilermakers. Have to feel good. The Boilers were able to enjoy a Thanksgiving meal the other day as a team. And now trying to enjoy the dessert here in this one. At the net, Anderson again. Taylor Anderson now 4 for 4 to go along with 19 assists and 4 blocks.
And I mean, it even looked like Indiana was kind of expecting that one, but they still had no answer for Anderson.
Kane again, the Boilers 3 away. Almost an overpass, but gobbled up and finished by Victoria Gray. There was a split second there. The judges were trying to make sure Gray didn't tip the net. They're saying it was the ball. So point Indiana 22-15 now as the Hoosiers look for back-to-back points. Miller on the slide, taps it over. Another opportunity for Indiana. Off high hands does Jaeger. Beautiful dig there from Sade. As that one goes wide, point Purdue.
And we see Sade checking the game for the Hoosiers. The 5-3 setter, not something we normally see, but kind of head coach Steve Ayers trying to see if he can get anything to get these Lady Hoosiers kind of rolling.
Sade Iwale, the 5-3 setter, sophomore from Woodland Hills, California, Sierra Canyon High School, as Julia Kane digs it out of the back row. Woolard stuffed. The Hoosier block engaged. Gray.
What a block by Victoria Gray. The Hoosiers need to play flawless, and they're doing it right now. Kind of roll back into this thing. Gray known for her blocks, 7 blocks versus Maryland earlier this season.
Victoria Gray, going to school to be a physician's assistant. Into the net is called from the Purdue Boilermakers, and Victoria Gray, the 6'2" freshman, she dyed her hair red last season, 2024, for the state volleyball tournament.
I mean, that's some dedication right there.
Well, I mean, I once dyed my hair black as that one goes wide and, touch at the net. Purdue looked like that one was going to go long, and I feel like Steve Ayers is going to pull out the challenge card here. It's nearly perfect here to try to close out set number 2. We'll see if the Hoosiers can do it. Back to serve is Charlotte Vinson. Dior Charles thought she caught that back corner. Not gonna go their way. Point Indiana. It's now 23-19, and the Hoosiers are in the midst of a 4-0 scoring run.
And if you're the Hoosiers, you've got who you want behind the service line with Charlotte Vinson. We've got an up-close look at it, and she's got some spice coming in with that serve.
Feeling like they've got some new life here in set number 2. It's 23-19. Vinson already with a service ace, trying to look for another. And she's not gonna get it. That one looked pretty close as well, but right in front of the line judge, so point Purdue. And it is set point now here in set number 2. And Taylor Anderson, who's having a pretty good game here early on, looks to finish it off for the Boilers. And that's how it will end in set number
2. Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
2007, the Big Ten has reached the Final Four in all but 1 year, and that was in 2022. And a good start for the Purdue Boilermakers as Kenna Woolard finds the floor. Purdue leads 1-0.
Kenna Woolard now with 9 kills, and that brings her total to over 500 kills this season. Came in today with 493, so Kenna Woolard, the Boilermakers have gone to her a lot, and she's been awesome whenever they've gone to her. So she's done a nice job kind of racking up those kills, but she's got some help, and we've seen that early on here today. Hasn't quite been as featured as much.
And Kenna Woolard, one of 6 Big Ten players recognized this year as a AVCA Player of the Year semifinalist, joining Andy Jackson, Harper Murray, Bergen Riley, Kennedy Martin, and Mimi Collier, all vying for that top spot in college volleyball. And Ryan McAleer with the service ace. You see the look on her face. She said, "Did I do that?" Yes, Ryan, yes, you did.
Yeah, she did indeed. Came into today's match with 14 aces, not normally known for her serving, nonetheless able to pick one up here, able to find the Indiana defense kind of off balance.
And Ryan McAleer, if some is good, McAleer is better. Back-to-back service aces for the Purdue Boilermakers, and Purdue leads 4-0.
Back-to-back service aces. She's got a pocket of aces, best hand in the game. So Ryan McAleer, not known for it, but doing a nice job getting the Boilermakers started off 4-0 run in set number 3.
And McAleer a little bit too excited on that one, sails it long. So the second service error of the matchup for the Purdue Boilermakers, which is a huge upgrade from the 12 they had against Minnesota, and it's really showing here. And now the Hoosiers look for back-to-back points. It's 4-1. And Indiana looks to get back in the score column as that one hits the line. Point Indiana. The Purdue faithful not a fan of the call. So the right call was made. The ball was out, so point Indiana. Off the tape, Anderson picks it up to the other Anderson, and Heaney taps it over. And Grace Heaney got a little too close to the net after the sisters Anderson got her the ball. So point Indiana, and now 4-3. And back-to-back points for the Hoosiers, 3 in a row for the Indiana Hoosiers. And Jaden Jaeger again behind the service line. And Cash Anderson is rejected by the Hoosier block, and Indiana's fired up here as they tie things up at 4.
And this is some fire and power that we haven't quite seen from Indiana on throughout. Boilermakers went up 4-0. Indiana able to crawl back in this one. They haven't played with a lead. They find themselves tied. So if you're head coach Steve Aird, you're going to need your ladies to kind of get back in this one and kind of get something going just to get some cushion.
There's Avery Tatum on that last block, but Grace Heaney able to finish that one in the back row to end the 4-0 scoring run for the Hoosiers.
4-0 scoring run for the Hoosiers ended, but also 4th kill of the match for Grace Heaney. Haven't seen her much here today.
Heaney's been a little bit quieter as Anderson is dug up, and the Hoosiers respond. Avery Tatum again. Tatum is leading the way for the Hoosiers, 8 kills, which leads her team, hitting .462.
But I mean, she's also fired up. I mean, she's kind of the fire of this offense. I mean, you can kind of see it.
And a service ace now for the Hoosiers. Hannah Leftridge made the transition from outside hitter to libero, and is doing a really nice job for Steve Aird in that libero spot. As she says, I'll take another back-to-back service aces for Hannah Leftridge, and it gives the Hoosiers a 2-point advantage here in set number 3. Leftridge trying to go 3 in a row, but went a little bit too long. So that'll end the rally for Indiana, but it has to feel good for Steve Aird and the Hoosiers. They still hold on to a 1-point advantage.
Yeah, 1-point advantage, but really, again, we're just kind of seeing the heart of this Hoosiers lineup. I mean, their backs against the wall, down 2-0. We can see it just right there with Avery Tatum.
See if the Hoosiers can get it back here. A nice dig. And a monster swing on that outside. Jessica Smith's 5th kill of the matchup.
Yeah, Smith, we talked about her a little bit, transferred from UCLA. Used to play sand volleyball, actually, for UCLA, where she made the all-tournament team twice. She was a Gatorade State Player of the Year in indoor, so it's somewhere where she's been, but made the transfer to Indiana and done a nice job, kind of been one of their offensive attacks here today.
And a huge block for the Hoosiers as Lindsay Miller has it rejected back into her lap by Jessica Smith. Smith with her 3rd block of the matchup. Only the 6th block for the Indiana Hoosiers as a team. And another little bit of a run for Indiana. Kenna Woolard stops the bleeding for the Boilers. It's 9-7 as Woolard, the first player today into double-digit kills, as she now has 10 on 21 swings, hitting .286. Dug up, Woolard again. Woolard tried to go cross court, but landed just out of bounds over there by the tee in Katie Court. Fun how Dave Shondell is a couple wins away from passing Jean Katie for the most wins by any coach in any sport in Purdue history. That one gets over. Purdue out of sorts, and Indiana makes them pay. Point Hoosiers, and they have their largest lead of the afternoon. It's 11-7, and Dave Shondell wants to talk about it.
Due to time constraints,
I think we're missing.
we now move ahead.
Shout
in the
out to your
action.
family. Your mom, dad. Give a shout out to the family.
Yeah, so my dad, Joe Rappy, went to Oklahoma State. He's a Cowboy through and through, and then my mother went to University of Richmond, so
The
A10
Spider.
and the Big 12. But yeah, you talked about the Spiders, cool mascot.
Tooled off the block, Point Indiana as they regain the lead 19-18.
Well, then, Craig, I mean, if we're talking about my family, I got to give my sister Elizabeth a shout-out. She's a JMU Duke, and that's where Kurt Signetti, the head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers football team, used to coach at. So that's he's had such a great presence in turning around the program, just kind of like how Steve Aird has with the Hoosiers volleyball program.
Yeah, I'd have to give a shout-out to Kurt Signetti, the first 12-0 season in Indiana history. And they will play for the Big Ten Championship as the volleyball Indiana Hoosiers, the first to the red zone here in set number 3. Purdue was first in sets 1 and 2, and now Indiana leads 20-18, and that is going to draw a timeout from Dave Shondell as he wants to talk about it. But Indiana really starting to play well here this afternoon, and again, we talked about the reverse sweep earlier on in the season against the Miami Hurricanes, but Indiana has a lot of talent, a lot of young players, the 4 phenom freshmen, but a lot of good players here, and so this could be a nice turn of the tide here for the Hoosiers.
Yeah, it could be indeed. I mean, you talked about the high school teammates with Jaeger and Tatum both going to La Costa Canyon, so they've kind of got that vibe and that chemistry throughout one another. But those kind of have been the 2 heartbeats of this offense. We can kind of see the intensity from Tatum. I mean, even when we're talking about the Indiana Hoosiers, we got to talk about some of their recent draft picks, Craig. I mean, we had the MLB volleyball draft a couple nights ago, and it was Candela Alonso Corthias going 11th overall to the Grand Rapids Rise, and then you talk about Tatum, Avery Tatum going number 27th overall to the the Columbus Fury. So 2 very good opponents against the Boilermakers, but the Indiana Hoosiers kind of had some prowess and some names in the second season and second draft of the MLB.
Yeah, a lot of names from the Big Ten there. You see Taylor Landfair going to Indiana, coming back to Indiana to play in Indianapolis. Allie Sheck as well from Nebraska. I mean, there's just a ton of names on there. Even I saw Eva Hudson got drafted, played here at Purdue last season, the SEC Player of the Year this year at Kentucky. She was drafted as well, which I'm kind of excited about because Eva Hudson was drafted by Atlanta, where another former Purdue player plays as well. It'll be fun to see the 2 Boilermakers back on the Terraflex together. Raven Colvin, the teammate of Eva Hudson at Purdue and who she'll be playing with in Atlanta, and we're back to play here in Indiana as that one sails long. The Hoosiers wanted the touch call, but as it stands right now, it's point Purdue. Steve Aird is considering the challenge, and so Steve Aird will lose the challenge, and it'll be point Purdue. As there was inconclusive evidence on whether or not there was a touch. And so Purdue trailing by 1, and Rachel Williams back into serve. Williams, one dig here in her rotation earlier on. Looking for that first service ace of the day. Kane out of the back row. Charles into the block. Kane keeps it up. Woolard off the block. Anderson gets it over. Indiana gets a shot. Cortheus. Dug out of the back row by Kane. And Woolard destroys the line judge, but that's out of play. So point Indiana, it's now 21-19. And the Hoosiers are 4 away from getting their first set victory. A great show of sportsmanship over there as Jessica Smith goes over to check on the line judge, who got decleated over there. Woolard. And Woolard with the changeup. She elevated and swung like she was going to destroy the ball, and then just kind of tapped it through that block to find the floor. It's 21-20.
Yeah, great call by Woolard. They're obviously picking up the point, but I mean, there was no one there for Indiana. I think if she goes a hard swing there, they might have a play at it, showing some finesse on this one.
Now Taylor Anderson to serve. Set and finish on that quick set. What a great play from Victoria Gray, her 8th kill of the matchup.
Yeah, 8th kill looked like it wasn't exactly what she wanted to do there. Nonetheless, finds the open floor for Gray, and the Hoosiers find themselves up 3 points away from trying to pull out this set 3 victory and still going down 2-1.
Vinson with that high toss serve. Purdue with an opportunity. And the Hoosier block stuffs it back in the lap of the Boilers. A combo block. Maddie Sell. And the Hoosiers with 8 blocks in the game now. It's 23-20. Alonzo Cortheus sends that one long. So point Purdue, it's 23-21, and things are tightening up here in set number 3.
Again, that high-risk, high-reward serve for the Hoosiers. They've got now 7 service errors and 7 service aces, so they go to it, and they go to it often.
And on the flip side, the Boilers with 3 service errors and 7 service aces. Another opportunity for the Hoosiers. No touch on the swing from Alonzo Cortheus, and it's point Purdue 23-22. Purdue has played behind the majority of this set number 3. And now Kenna Woolard on the overpass. Dior Charles says tie game. We are tied at 23 on Dior Charles' 2nd kill of the matchup.
2nd kill, got the alley-oop, and she just slammed it down on the Hoosiers defense. Dior showing up big on the offensive side of things.
23-23. Woolard keeps it up out of the back row. Blocked at the net, and the Hoosiers are fired up here. A combo block of Maddie Sell and Candela Alonzo Cortheus.
And it looked like it might have been Alonzo Cortheus that kind of got all of that one, but I'm telling you who's fired up. It's Maddie Sell. She is on her feet. We talked about it. Avery Tatum and kind of Jessica Smith were kind of the heartbeat and kind of getting fired up, but Maddie Sell showing a roar right there. Hoosiers find themselves up 1.
3rd block of the game for Cortheus. Huge swing is Cash Anderson. Ties the game at 24, and Anderson now in double-digit kills.
Anderson going do or die there, and just too much for the Hoosiers defense. Anderson not going down without a fight. We find ourselves locked at 24-24. It's anyone's match, anyone's set.
McAleer goes short on the slide, and Indiana responds. Avery Tatum with her 11th kill of the matchup. Tatum tied with Woolard for the match high. 25-24 now as the Hoosiers See set point in set number 3. Cash Anderson taps it over. Hoosiers have a chance. Big swing, finish, and we are not done yet. Avery Tatum carrying the Hoosiers on her back, giving Indiana the 26-24 set 3 victory, and partner. After Purdue won sets 1 and 2, we are in for a ride here in set number 4. And point number 1 goes to the Purdue Boilermakers on the side out. Boilers siding out at 55.6%. And now a AVCA Player of the Year semifinalist, Woolard, sends it away, and a little bit too much on that one, out of bounds, so point Indiana. And we kind of saw a little bit of the tide changing in set number 3. Purdue off to a good start in set number 3, but Indiana just kind of put their foot on the gas and didn't look back.
Yeah, didn't look back. Purdue was able to tie things up at 24, went a couple extra points, but Indiana able to come away with it.
Great dig there by the libero. And it gives the Hoosiers the opportunity to finish off point number 2 of set number 4. Now Jaden Jager averaging around 3.4 kills a set this season. And that is the 8th service error of the matchup for the Hoosiers, so that's starting to pile up. Now Ryan McAleer back to serve. McAleer having a good day here so far, 5 assists on 9 digs. Couple of service aces as Cash Anderson goes high hands. Hoosiers go high hands. Great dig by Taylor Anderson. Kenna Woolard gets it over. Set one more time. Into the campfire, but Anderson's there. Heaney on the outside. Heaney off the block. Great dig by Jackson. Dug up by Anderson. Long rally. Heaney. And Heaney tried to go down the tape, and that one falls on the Boilermakers side. Point Indiana.
Yeah, a little long rally there for both sides. The libero's kind of at the center of both things. McAleer and Jackson there for the Hoosiers.
Talked about how Leffridge switched from outside hitter to defensive specialist. And that one finds the floor off the hands of Jessica Smith. And Indiana leads by 2. Talked about Hannah Leffridge, who's coached by her mom, Shannon. Those parent coaches are always the hardest, and they expect the most as Anderson goes off the tape out of play. Point Indiana as they now lead 5-2. Partner, were you ever coached by any of your parents in any sports?
Trying to think back. I don't believe I was. I played a little bit of basketball and flag football growing up, and then we stuck with baseball as my main sport, but never quite had the opportunity. Would have been a cool environment, though.
I had to ask my dad to stop coaching me because we started playing a little bit too hard against each other during practice.
That'll do it.
As that one was touched by, no touch by Purdue. Out of play, point Boilers. As it stands right now, it's 5-3, but Steve Aird is going to pull out the C, and he's going to challenge that there was a touch. You see Akasha Anderson coming out of that huddle there mouthing, "Let's go." Motivated by the correct call. And no challenges remaining for either club here today. And how about a service ace for Grace Heaney? Heaney with a little bit of sarcasm in that celebration. It's been a frustrating day for Heaney, 5 for 17 from the floor, but the service ace cures all ills. What a quick set and a finish there right at the net. Monster swing from Victoria Gray. Gray now with 9 kills on 14 swings, hitting almost 600. How can Indiana get Victoria Gray the ball some more?
No, literally, I mean, the team as a whole is hitting 154 now, but Tatum and Gray hitting 417 and 571 respectively.
Sneaky setter dump for Taylor Anderson. 5 kills now for Anderson. She's hitting near 450.
Yeah, Anderson not normally known for her kills, but she's done a nice job. Was 4 for 4 earlier today with that sneaky little set right over. Gets the Hoosiers off balance.
Alonzo Cortheas tried to go sneaky behind the back. And Kenna Woolard tools that one off the Hoosier block. And we are tied up at 6.
Woolard only hitting 143 before that kill right there, but nonetheless, it's been the other Boilermakers that have also stepped up, but Woolard's still leading the team and now tied for the match with 12 kills.
Woolard again. No touch. Point Indiana. And the Hoosiers lead 7-6, and Jessica Smith heads back behind the service line. Smith, the Laguna Niguel, California native, has dual citizenship here in the United States and Canada, as both of her parents are from Canada. Mark, if you had a choice, what country would you have dual citizenship in?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, Canada is right there, so it'd be good to kind of have the two between the United States and Canada right there. But honestly, Australia looks pretty cool. I mean, pretty different part of the world and a lot warmer than I guess it is right now in Indiana with the snow coming down.
I'm going to double down on the snow, and I'm going to say Iceland. Always wanted to see the Northern Lights. As that one finds the floor, Victoria Gray. And Gray is 11 of 16 now, a ridiculous 600.
Well, Craig, you talked about the Northern Lights. We had a little bit of sample of the Northern Lights a couple weeks ago here in Indiana. Saw something. Were you able to see that?
I wasn't able to see, as that one is out of play. Point Purdue, I wasn't able to see the Northern Lights a couple of weeks ago, but over the summer, when we had that other little storm thing come through, I was able to go out into the middle of nowhere and record some of the video of it.
There you go.
It's not the same as Iceland, though.
No, not at all.
Sleeping in an igloo in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. 9-7 now. Indiana still holds on to the lead. Boiler block says not today. A third try. And Indiana goes wide on the swing after being rejected twice by Miller and Charles, and Purdue cuts the Hoosier lead to 1. It's 9-8. And Rachel Williams again. Williams with an incredible dig to Heaney. Indiana with another opportunity. Corthelas on the touch. Alonzo Cortheas now with her 3rd kill of the matchup.
3rd kill, but first in a little while. Again, we thought she might be the premier offensive attack, but really it's been Tatum and Gray both hitting above 400%.
Well, and that's been one of the surprises for the Indiana Hoosiers is Candela Alonzo Cortheas. She came into this matchup averaging almost 3.5 kills a set, and she has 3 right now. And we're in set number 4, so whatever Purdue is doing defensively today is really stifling the Hoosier offense. Another unforced error as Smith goes long into the net. The Hoosiers are now hitting below 150 in the matchup. They're hitting 105 in the set. That doesn't say a whole lot because Purdue's hitting -77 here in this set. Kane keeps it up. Woolard off the block, and Kenna Woolard, 13 kills and 5 digs for the junior.
We've seen Woolard do that now a couple times here in this 4th set. Kind of go down that left line, just get it off a deflection off the Hoosiers defender. It's able to be successful. Again, not her normal numbers, maybe 13 kills, but only hitting 161. Nonetheless, getting the Boilermakers started in a lead.
Woolard and Tatum both with 12 kills. Hoosiers give the Boilers a free ball. Charles. Again to Heaney. A tough pass, but Heaney's able to get it over. What a dig from Ryan McAleer. But Indiana with a shot. Stuffed at the net. Oh my goodness, what a play. Ryan McAleer with the Superwoman dig, and then the block at the net, and it's firing up this Boilermaker crowd.
Ryan McAleer, remember the name. I mean, she's gotten some of the accolades here throughout, but she's had a couple dives here through today. Now, 11 digs in this one, but about half of them have been like Superwoman digs almost.
Defense wins championships in Dior blocks. Charles with her count 'em, ninth block of the game, and Purdue leads by 3. The Boiler block again. Dior Charles just smiling at people at the net. Again! Oh, man! Smiling Grace Heaney and Dior Charles winking at people as well. Again, you see that one. 7-0 run for the Boilers. Again, the Boiler block. What does Indiana have to do to get through that block? Grace Heaney! Cross court. Heaney finishes it off. 6th kill of the matchup. Purdue now leads 16-10.
Boilermakers turning defense into offense. The tandem of Charles and Heaney, but then the solo attack by Heaney gets them rolling. Man, do they love playing together. I mean, you see Heaney and Charles just fueling each other with smiles, but also in terms of energy.
8-0 scoring run. That Boiler block again. Heaney gets it over. Indiana with a shot. Again, Purdue keeps it up. Indiana's block meets Heaney at the net. Woolard. And Kenna Woolard goes long to end the 8-0 scoring run of the Purdue Boilermakers. It's 16-11, but my goodness, partner, what a run for Purdue.
Was indeed 8 in a row. It's exactly what they needed, kind of get their feet under them after that set 3 loss, trying to close things out here in 4 sets.
So now it's Indiana's turn to make a statement. Confusion by Tatum. Ball hits the floor. 17-11 now after the confusion between Indiana.
Yeah, nothing crazy on that kill attempt. No really finesse or anything. Woolard just trying to get it over, but just not enough for the Hoosiers to wrap their heads around.
Woolard sends it away. Pass wasn't there. That one was. And the kill. Avery Tatum continuing to lead the way offensively for the Indiana Hoosiers. Her 13th kill of the matchup. She's hitting 400.
Yeah, and if you're head coach Steve Barrett, if you want to get back in this one and win sets 4 and then even try to come back in set 5, I think you got to go back to Tatum. I don't know why they're not going to. Seems like they haven't been able to set up Tatum or Gray as much as they'd like. Both hitting at very efficient clips, just not getting the volume that they need.
And now another name that's gone quiet as well, Jaden Jager. Behind the service line, 7 kills on 7 errors. She's hitting a clean 0. Does have 2 service aces. And Kenna Woolard out of the back row, and a heat seeker finds the floor. It's 18-12 Purdue.
Out of the back row and jumping out of the sky, Woolard just comes out of nowhere and just finds the open floor.
Now Ryan McAleer back behind. Send it away. Heaney keeps it over for Purdue. And down the line, Jessica Smith with her 8th kill of the matchup on 26 swings. It's 18-13 and the Hoosiers down by 5. It's not out of reach yet. Indiana needs some help. Their 2 libero system needs some help from their defensive specialist, Hannah Leffridge. Leftridge already with 2 service aces today. Anderson taps it over. Grace Heaney with a big swing. And Purdue will get a free ball. Cash Anderson tries to go down the line. Smith picks it up. Off the block. Long rally. Anderson again. Hoosiers keep it up. Into the Boiler block. Anderson off the floor. What a save from Leftridge. Hoosiers with an overpass. And it's not gonna get there. The touch and point, Indiana. So touch at the net from Purdue. And the Hoosiers get the point. It's 18-14.
But what a rally there by both sides. I mean, Leftridge is kind of in the mix of it for the Hoosiers, keeping it alive.
Cash Anderson tools that one off the block. On the outside again, and the Boiler block, and Lindsay Miller. Cash Anderson celebrating so hard out there, she almost missed the team huddle. But point Purdue as they extend the lead to 5.
Yeah, Miller just able to get that right hand down, and she's fired up, gets the crowd on their feet as the Boilermakers try to close this one out, try to be the first to the red zone. They're 1 point away from 20.
Heaney with the serve. Hoosiers need one. But smiling Taylor Anderson says, here's a block for you, as the Boilers get into the red zone and they take a 6-point lead.
Blocks on the day now for Dior Charles.
And that one, you can see the frustration on Avery Tatum's face. She said that one was down about 10 minutes ago. 14th kill of the matchup for Tatum as she's trying to angrily bring the Hoosiers back into this matchup. Anderson set up again. Cash Anderson goes wide, point Indiana on the side out.
Take a look at Avery Tatum there again. Got drafted number 27th overall to the Columbus Fury in the MLB draft a couple days ago.
And Tatum willing the Hoosiers back. A service ace, you can see the anger. A big day for Dior Charles defensively for Purdue. But Avery Tatum trying to bring the Hoosiers back. That one goes long, point Indiana, and it is now 20-18 as Avery Tatum trying to will her team back here.
And some unforced swings there by the Boilermakers, a couple in a row, have let the Hoosiers crawl back into this.
Another one, 20-19 now as Indiana is in the midst of a 5-0 scoring run. Started and finished by Avery Tatum. Behind the service line still. Hoosiers look to tie it up. And the Hoosier block. Cash Anderson ends the 5-0 scoring run for the Hoosiers. It's 21-19. Purdue's 4 away.
Yeah, good to see Cash Anderson go back to it. She had a big swing, go out of bounds a couple points ago, but able to have the confidence to go back to it in the transfer from Michigan State. She's been effective for the Boilermakers now, 16 matches this year with 10+ kills.
Julia Kane with the serve, but the Hoosiers serve it right back in the form of Victoria Gray. Gray now with 12 kills.
Well, 12 kills, but also hitting .647 in this one. I mean, she's been insane. I mean, I'd almost imagine if you're aired, you're going to have to go back to her, have the offense run through her.
Taylor Anderson with the sneaky setter dump, and the response, Purdue now leads 22-20.
And just as we're talking about offense. Taylor Anderson picking up kill number 6. Anderson not usually known for her killing style. Again, the offense does go through, but able to get some sneaky kills here throughout today.
Great dig out of the back row from Julia Kane. Woolard. Response, a great dig out of the back row for the Hoosiers. Long rally. And Taylor Anderson taking over set 4. Anderson now with 7 kills on 10 swings, 31 assists and 10 digs.
We saw some mean swings by both sides on that one, but it was just the finesse by Anderson kind of going cross court to pick up the kill.
Dior Charles continuing to raise the bar. A career high 11 blocks for Charles. And now Purdue will see match point in set number 4. It's 24-20. Great save, free ball for Indiana. Kane gets it over. No touch, point Purdue, match Purdue. The Boilermakers get the 25-20 set 4 victory, and they win 3 sets to 1.